Hi, I'm Dr. Jay Hitson with Transformation Life Centers, where we get you healthy at the cellular level. One of the questions I get asked very often is, how did I get this nerve pressure? What happened as to get me into the condition that I am now in today? And it is an excellent question. And the answer really comes down to what we call the 3 T's: trauma, toxin, and thought. Any one of those 3 T's, or a combination of them, can cause nervous system interference. So let's start with the most obvious: trauma. Slips and falls, repetitive traumas, which is, for instance, doing the same motion over and over and over again in a non-ergonomic fashion. One of the things that we're seeing now as far as a repetitive trauma that we're actually starting to see a lot in the millennials is what's called text neck syndrome, where from having looking down for so many years, they're actually having the reverse cervical curve, and we're seeing all kinds of symptomatology associated with that repetitive trauma and that poor ergonomic posture. Car accidents are a major source of trauma, and just sometimes we even see birth trauma, cesarean sections, forceps deliveries, vacuum extraction. All of those things can cause trauma and therefore damage or nerve interference that could lead to where you're at today. We also see lots of different sports injuries and just accumulation of minor injuries compounding that were just left untreated, that now here we are years later and you're in the condition that you're in. One of the other factors is toxins. Being exposed to toxins can cause nervous system interference. It overstresses the system and causes that particular area of the body to shut down. So in cases of being exposed to environmental toxins, breathing in air that has pollutants in it, or it can be the toxins that you're taking in your foods. Too many processed foods and all of these various sodas and artificial sweeteners and all of these very, very harmful chemicals that we're actually ingesting in our foods. It can be a toxic overload. And then furthermore, the prescription medications. We see people now coming in with bags full of prescription medications that they've been taking, and those prescriptions are causing a toxic overload to their system. And one of the factors is that instead of getting the nervous system and the nerve pressure dealt with, they're taking medications now on top of all of it, and now we even have more nervous system interference. So that is one of the major factors that we're running into, is just toxins. And then the third T is thought or stress. Stress can cause you physical symptoms. We see it all the time. And this can be any different kind of stressor. It can be family stress, work stress, emotional stress, or just overall system pressure that is causing a toxic level of stress to that particular area of the nervous system and causing it to shut down and creating these problems. Any one of the 3 T's, trauma, toxins, or thoughts, can and did get you into the condition that you're in now. And one of the key factors is to start to reduce those factors from this point forward. Now, we're not going to live our lives in a bubble, and we're always going to get exposed to certain levels of these various 3, but our bodies are designed to absorb a certain level. The key is just not getting exposed to toxic levels of stress, not getting exposed to too much, and when you are, coming in, getting treated right away so that we don't start to see the downward spiral from those particular stressors. I'm Dr. Jay Hitson with Transformation Life Centers, where we get you healthy at the cellular level.